Yeah, man. Well, yeah, obviously, a very tough game. Yards were hard to come by, let alone points. The wind definitely played a factor in field position that second half, especially. Um, you know, and neither team could put much together. So obviously, the one drive we had where we actually finished it off, and then Nate's pick six, obviously, were huge because you know, we got a defensive touchdown, and their one touchdown came on a short field on a fumble recovery. So tough battle, tough battle. I didn't think it was this tough, but we had 142 yards. Holy cow! Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought we could have been bumping 200.
Coach, what does that say about this, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, state final rivalry, that you guys have that game and it looks ugly because these two teams bring what they bring?
Right. Obviously we have nothing but respect for Coach Laverty and Kirtland and their kids. Play hard, physical. Every time we've played them, it's been tough. It's been tough, and they're a good program. And I think in May when they put out the divisions this year, and we went from 7 to 6, and they went from 5 to 6. I think probably both schools just kind of took notice of that and said, well, if we want to win a gold trophy this year, we're going to have to beat Kirtland in the end.
Nate, can you describe the pick six? Walk us through that play, what you saw, your reaction to it, and
I saw him overthrow it a little bit, went up and caught it, started running. All I could see was my teammates in front of me. Didn't see anyone else coming, just kept running.
Coach, on that touchdown drive, obviously Connor had a big catch earlier. He hasn't been involved a ton in the passing game this year. Was he somebody you were looking to target coming in, or just saw a couple of matchups on those plays?
We were looking for anything. That they were flying to the ball. That was kind of a little pop pass that we'd run once or twice. Where we pull a lineman, with the running back, and hopefully their linebackers react to it and got a little window. I mean, here we are talking like about a 12-yard play, like it's a big play.
Talk about the defensive, anybody can answer this, talk about the defensive performance and how big it was, because Kirtland had a lot of rushing yards the past couple weeks going into the state title game.
Yeah, all year long, coming into the season, we knew we were going to have a good defense, and today, they had a high-powered offense, so we knew our defense was going to have to step up, stop the run. Especially last week, that number 2 had a great game, and we knew we were just going to have to step up and run to the ball, all 11 hands to the ball, and not allow Crease to cut back.
Hey, Coach, I wondered if you would comment on, it wasn't exactly a clean game, a lot of things that aren't characteristic, especially with Marion football, with procedure penalties and unsportsmanlike, or just some things like that. Is that part of the frustration with the wind as much as frustration with the opponent, or just the fact of lost opportunities, along the way? What precipitated that today?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I think probably part of it was we were being challenged, to the tilt, and you're trying to. And their defense is just flying for procedures, so that would be my guess. We're just being challenged to the nth degree. We still don't like it though.
Coach, you kind of touched on it, just about playing Kirtland in the state finals, how they always play you tough. Was there anything different in terms of the preparation to face a team that ran the ball so heavy?
Yeah, that's a good question, and at a certain point it comes down to matchups. And some years we've played Kirtland and we couldn't really match up with them. This year we had some decent dudes up front. I'm talking defensively, but we had linebackers, that could match up with them. We played a 5-3, so we played 5 linebackers, only 3 secondary guys, and our 3 secondary guys were, were capable of doing their job as well. You know, we had Tate all year, put him on their best receiver. You know, he did a good job on number 10 again tonight, you know. Everyone keeps asking, you know, what's the key to your defense? Like, we had good players at every level, but at some point, you got to have somebody that can cover somebody. And we had that this year with Tate, and then Tate would have their first, and if we were in man, well, you know, Nate would have their second. So that was a huge part of, you know, our defense.
Coach, really quick, just one of the things that you told me before was you guys were chasing perfection. You guys culminated your season into a 16-0 record, back-to-back state champions, back-to-back undefeated seasons. Just overall, how does it feel?
You know, and that's what we do, is we, you know, chase perfection. And Sonny already pointed out every mistake we made. Thank you. But, you know, you're never going to hit it. You know, and we know that, but it's the quest, right? It's the quest. That's what we do, man. We're wired for that quest. And that's what Kirtland is, you know? We're just wired. I think we're just wired differently. Like, no, it's like, this was a blast today because they competed. Like, this was way more fun than us rolling out here, you know, and drilling someone and putting a running clock on. Now, it's easy for me to say because we had the 14 and they had the 6. I realize that. But, I mean, that's just what we live for, competition.
For any of the players, you guys now have your own chapter of the history with Marion Local. What does that mean to you to know that your legacy is going to be its own thing in addition to the success overall that the program's had?
I think it's great, especially since it's Kirtland and they've been such a big rival for us for the past couple years. And coming into this, we had a losing record against them, and to be able to team that can put a win against them, I think it means a lot more than just what he said, coming out and just beating another team, just running clock them. To actually play a full game and all 48 minutes, it was awesome.
Any other questions?
Somebody's got to ask one more, so Tate has to talk. Make one up, Sonny.
Coach, just overall,
There we go,
from
Tony.
start to finish, countdown to kickoff, football season, playoffs, what would you say is your biggest takeaway from 2022?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. This is 24 for me at Marion. It's another year of great kids that work their tails off. Some years you got the bullets, the fire. Some years you kind of got to dance around some issues that you have. But certainly this is one of the more physical groups we've had. In terms of being able to play defense, and the record that we put up hopefully will stand for a while. It'll be something to be proud of. I think probably my takeaway will be us playing defense to win a state title, and me over there thinking this is a pretty good matchup. I'm not upset that our defense has a chance to win a state title for us.
Okay, last question.
Coach, I noticed on the way in here, you shared some words with Tiger Laverty and his players as they were coming in here to be interviewed. Just what kind of respect do you have for him personally as a coach?
Yeah, he's just a great guy. Even though we're 3.5 hours away, I think we have a lot in common. If we were somewhere close, we'd probably hang out together, would be my guess. They play football like Marion plays football, just tough, clean. Just in my opinion, you play the way it's meant to be played. Let's roll it out there, and let's see who's best.
All right, congratulations, guys.